The untold truth about Bhagat Singh is far more complex than what our history books tell us. Born on September 28, 1907, in Punjab, British India, Bhagat Singh wasn't just a revolutionary who died young. He was a visionary intellectual whose ideas were decades ahead of his time. Most people know him as the young man who threw bombs in the Central Legislative Assembly and was hanged at just 23 years old, but few understand the depth of his philosophy and the sophistication of his political thought. As a child, Bhagat Singh witnessed the brutal aftermath of the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre in 1919, where British troops fired on unarmed civilians. This event didn't just traumatize him, it transformed him. By age 13, he was already questioning authority and developing revolutionary ideas. What's rarely discussed is that Bhagat Singh wasn't born into poverty like many revolutionaries. His family was relatively well off, educated, and politically active. His uncle Ajit Singh was already a known revolutionary who had been forced into exile. The popular narrative portrays Bhagat Singh as a hot-headed youth driven by emotion. But the truth is that he was an avid reader and profound thinker. His prison notebooks reveal that he read over 50 books during his 2 years of imprisonment, including complex works by Marx, Lenin, Trotsky, and various Western philosophers. He could quote Thomas Jefferson and Voltaire as easily as he could reference ancient Indian texts. This intellectual dimension of Bhagat Singh is often overshadowed by his revolutionary actions. What's even more surprising is that Bhagat Singh was an atheist in deeply religious pre-independence India. He wrote an essay titled "Why I Am an Atheist" just days before his execution, challenging the notion that fear of death would drive him toward religion. He wrote, "Any man who stands for progress has to criticize, disbelieve, and challenge every item of the old faith." This was revolutionary thinking for 1931 India. The bomb incident that made him famous was actually a calculated political statement. Contrary to popular belief, Bhagat Singh and his comrade Batukeshwar Dutt deliberately used non-lethal bombs and threw leaflets explaining their actions. They could have escaped, but chose to be arrested to use the trial as a platform to expose British injustice. The leaflets they threw contained the famous quote, "It takes a loud voice to make the deaf hear." During his trial, Bhagat Singh didn't hire a defense lawyer. Instead, he turned the courtroom into a political stage, using it to articulate his vision for an independent India. He conducted his own cross-examinations, challenged procedural irregularities, and exposed the colonial legal system's hypocrisy. The British were so threatened by his eloquence that they often conducted proceedings in his absence. What's rarely taught is that Bhagat Singh wasn't just fighting against British rule, he was fighting for a specific vision of India. He envisioned a socialist republic where workers and peasants would have equal rights, where there would be no exploitation based on class, caste, or religion. He wrote, "The struggle in India would continue so long as a handful of exploiters go on exploiting the labor of the common people for their own ends. It matters little whether these exploiters are purely British capitalists or British and Indians in alliance, or even purely Indians." While in prison, Bhagat Singh and his comrades went on a hunger strike demanding equal rights for political prisoners. The strike lasted 116 days, with some prisoners being force-fed. One of his comrades, Jatin Das, died after 63 days of fasting. This protest garnered massive public support and exposed the brutal conditions in colonial prisons. Bhagat Singh's execution on March 23, 1931, was rushed and conducted in secrecy. The scheduled time was 8 a.m., but fearing public outrage, the authorities hanged him and his comrades Rajguru and Sukhdev at 7:30 p.m. the previous evening. Their bodies were secretly cremated on the banks of the Sutlej River, and the remains were dumped into the river. The British feared that their graves might become revolutionary shrines. What's truly remarkable is how Bhagat Singh maintained his composure until the end. Witnesses reported that he embraced the noose with a smile, died with the revolutionary slogan, "Inquilab Zindabad, long live the revolution," on his lips. The night before his execution, he was reading a book on Lenin. When asked why he was still reading, he reportedly said, "A revolutionary's life does not end with his death." Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of Bhagat Singh's legacy is his writing. He wrote extensively on politics, religion, and social issues. His essay, To Young Political Workers, reads like a manifesto for future generations of activists. He warned against personality cults and emphasized the importance of ideological clarity. He wrote, "The real revolutionary armies are in the villages and factories." Bhagat Singh's influence extended far beyond India. His methods and philosophy inspired freedom movements across colonized Asia and Africa. Even today, his image is a symbol of resistance in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and other parts of South Asia. In modern India, both the political left and right claim him as their icon, often selectively interpreting his legacy to suit their agendas. What would Bhagat Singh think of modern India? He dreamed of a secular, socialist republic free from exploitation. He would likely be critical of religious nationalism, economic inequality, and the persistence of caste discrimination. His vision was not just of political independence, but of social and economic revolution. The true legacy of Bhagat Singh isn't just his martyrdom, but his intellectual contribution to the idea of India. He wasn't just a freedom fighter. He was a visionary who died fighting for a more just and equal society. As we remember him on his birth and death anniversaries, we should engage with his ideas rather than simply glorifying his sacrifice. The real tribute to Bhagat Singh would be to continue his struggle against exploitation and injustice in all forms. In his final letter, Bhagat Singh wrote, "Let us declare that the state of war does exist and shall exist so long as the Indian toiling masses and the natural resources are being exploited by a handful of parasites. The war shall continue till the socialist republic is established." These words still resonate today, making Bhagat Singh not just a hero of the past, but a revolutionary voice for our present and future.